All right, hey, seventh graders. So here is a bit of overview for your homework tonight. We're going to go through a couple of these. We're talking about absolute value. So we're going to start a new lesson on absolute value. Okay, so that is what these two straight lines represent, absolute value. Remember, absolute value means the distance from zero. So absolute value is always going to be a positive number, right? So in this problem, it says evaluate the expression y equals -10. So you're going to plug in -10 for when you see y. So now the problem is going to be like this. It's going to be -6 minus, and then it's telling me that y equals -10. So I'm going to put in a -10. Put my absolute value line. All right, so I'm going to work inside of these absolute value lines first. I got -6 minus a -10, which really becomes plus, right? When you have subtracting a negative, you're really adding. So -10 plus 6 is going to be a +4. All right, so +4. And since it's already positive, it's not going to, the sign's not going to change. So this has to be a +4. Okay, let's look at another one. Let's see if I can get a harder one. Okay, so let's look at this one. All right, so we got -12, right, plus 3 times, since it's right next to it, it's going to be times, and it says -6 is going to be my S. Okay, since the -6 is in this absolute value, it's going to be a +6, right? Absolute value, there are no negatives. Okay, so really you have -12 plus 3 times a +6, which is 18. Okay, -12 plus 18 is going to be a +6 as your answer. Okay, let's look at one more. So same thing here. We got absolute value symbol first, but then inside G is telling us that it's -15 minus 1. Okay, so absolute value of -15 is going to actually be a +15. So 15 minus 1 is going to be 14. Okay, so that is pretty much all we're doing tonight. Let me see if I can find a really hard one. Okay, so for instance, let's look at one more. All right, so this is 4 times Q. Q is telling me that it's 7. This is not a hard one at all, but still, okay, 4 times 7 plus R is -23. Okay, so 4 times 7, that's going to be 28. The -23 does not have absolute values, so we just leave it. Really, it's 28 minus 23. Okay, which is going to be 5. Okay, so that's really all we're doing. Just remember, if it's in the absolute value symbol, it has to be a positive number. Okay, we will talk about more of this tomorrow when we start a new lesson. Hope you all have a good night.